Hey there, Mike from Mike Buys Houses here. We were speaking with a homeowner this week who got a notice of default and intent to accelerate letter, and they were just kind of asking what kind of things should they consider, and what should they be looking out for in the future, kind of even what is going on with this letter, what does it mean? So here's some of the things that we talked about. Basically, first, we talked about how this letter, basically, if you think about it contractually in the way like law is actually written, basically it means that due to failure of performance by one of the parties in the contract itself, the other party is then saying, hey, you owe us the rest of the money. So basically, because one of the parties breached the contract, the other party is saying that the full loan is now due, because you didn't listen to the rules of the contract, basically. So at this point, what the lender is saying is that you have a certain amount of time to pay back that default, and if not, then we are either going to demand that amount due at the end of that time period or begin the foreclosure process. So it is a way to think about this as the very, very, very beginning process of the foreclosure process. So what options do you have as a homeowner? And what we told this homeowner specifically was that you can find a way to come up with that money in order to cure the default. So whether that's a loan from someone in your network, a line of credit, or some type of lending arm that you're able to get, or whether you're able to come up with that money somehow, depending on how much it is, that may or may not be feasible. You can consider a deed in lieu, which would be if you're not planning on coming up with that money and you don't think that's possible, then in that circumstance, you would basically deed the property back to the bank and avoid the foreclosure. You could potentially consider a short sale, especially if the amount of money that's owed is more than the value of the property. Then that's typically when you would consider a short sale. If that's something that you consider, definitely reach out to us, see if we're able to give you a hand, and we may be able to help you avoid that, still get the property sold, and help prepare your credit. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely reach out. We may be able to help there. And the other options you have are a loan modification. So what the bank's going to want to see is that sometime between when you miss those payments and now, whatever caused you miss those payments has been rectified, and then you may be able to proceed with a trial loan modification in which they're going to say, you got to make these payments for the next 12 months. As long as you do, then we will continue along with this modified loan. And your last option is to sell it. So depending on your timeline, you may want to sell it with a realtor. That's your traditional route, obviously, is going to give you a huge potential pool of buyers and may help you get the property sold. You're going to want to consider your timeline. How long is it going to take? Are you going to accept conventional buyers, cash only, that kind of thing? Or if that's not something you want to worry about, all that stuff, especially with all that's going on, you can reach out to us at 267-984-4765, and we'd be more than happy to see if we're able to help. We'll just have a quick conversation, go over what's going on a little bit, see if we may be a good fit. There'll be no pressure, no sales tactics or anything like that. Just going to be a conversation to see how we may be able to give you any assistance. So feel free. Again, my number is 267-984-4765, or visit us at MikeBuysHouses.pa.com. We look forward to helping you.